My mind is racing right now. Right,
So
I have one button to press. If I click this button, right, the DD1 is coming. Do I do it?
Don't do it.
do it.
I've like got like an angel and a demon on my shoulders right now, and you guys are like the flipping worst. Oh, I don't know. Do I do it? Submit! It's done. It's paid for. It's paid for.
No.
Oh, what have I done? Go back. Go back. Oh no.
T29 is good enough. Like
you like
You just said that.
Man, that's heavy. Hey lads, welcome back to Coyote Racing, and today I've got something very special to do. And it all resides within this box. But before we go any further, I just want to thank today's sponsor, sneakenergy.com. They're a powdered, sugar-free energy supplement, and they have helped me out a ton getting through the day when I'm feeling really drowsy. And not only that, they have just released their new carbonated cans, also sugar-free. So if you don't know, Justin and Mason are back doing some more work on the house. It's been 2 years, so it's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
So I'm going to offer them some good old sneak to say thank you, and thank you to our sponsors. So help yourself to a can.
Cheers.
Cheers! It's got a kick.
That is nice.
Yeah, it is really
That
nice.
really is nice.
So use code DOGGO when you check out at sneakenergy.com. So yes, as you can probably tell from the intro, I have made the decision and the jump to go direct drive. Hello, Luna. Good girl. I went with the Fanatec DD1 direct drive wheel, and I have been waiting so long for this day. So let's not beat about the bush, let's get it out of the box. Okay, so the main thing that's surprised me the most is how heavy these things are. I went with a DD1 purely because it's within my price range, and I felt like that an extra 500 euros for an extra 5 Newton meters of torque wasn't really worth the price difference, but who am I to judge? This is my first direct drive wheel. Now I have to say immediately that this is probably Fanatec do amazing packaging for all of their products, and this is no different from anything else they've made. This is fantastic, but the main thing we're looking for is the main unit, and what a beast this looks. I don't know what to do with it. Do I pick it up? So yes, this is the Fanatec DD1 direct drive base wheel, part of the Podium series of Fanatec. It houses with an aluminium body and with a peak output of 20 Newton meters of torque. To give a little bit of context, a Logitech G29 or G920 has normally about a peak output of around 2, maybe 3 Newton meters of torque. This has 10 times that. So it has got some extreme power. I just lift it out of the it's a weight. You do like if someone dropped this on your foot, you'd know about it. So this you use with like the Podium series or a Clubsport series, anything with Fanatec. If you want to use like a wheel from another company, like say Asher Racing, you'd need to buy the Podium hub, otherwise it's just not going to recognise that there's a wheel attached, and it'll cut all the force feedback, which is a bit of a pain. If we look on the bottom, it does have your regular mounting holes as well as the side mounts, by the way. So I have a Simlab P1x coming very soon. It's not here yet. I'm still using the Frankenstein cockpit. On the back of the rig, you've got lots of USB imports, including a torque key, which apparently you have to plug in if you want to unlock the full potential of this base. But you've got options to put in the shifter, the pedals, so you don't have to like USB connect them all to the PC manually. Since we've actually got nothing to mount this on properly yet for its weight and size, because we're still waiting for the P1X to arrive, so we're gonna try and mount it to the Frankenstein rig, and hopefully it works. Come on. A direct drive wheel turns up. How can you not just want to give it a little try? Now, I know people are going to lose themselves over this bit, including me. Hey Mason.
Yeah.
You want to do something that not many people get to do with one of these things, but it's the most satisfying feeling in the world?
Get the stickers off?
Yeah, you got just this one, because I've done the other side. Oh, give it a yank. There we go. Oh! There you get your usual stickers. Oh my word. That's a beefy power brick. That's the biggest power brick I've ever seen. So, I know I haven't shown on the channel much before, purely because the channel's so new, but this is the Frankenstein rig, which is covered in dust. It's disgusting. The main reason is because we've been knocking stuff down and dust has just gotten everywhere, so I'm just waiting for all the construction to be over before I even start cleaning it. So, the reason why it's called Frankenstein is because it's just a collection of bits, really. So, it goes from player seat to the Fanatec shifter to the cheap aftermarket handbrake to a Logitech steering wheel to an Omega GT frame to Clubsport V3 pedals. It's not the most well set together, but when the P1x arrives, you bet that there's going to be a video and cleaning process behind it. So let's get the Fanatec attached to Frankenstein temporarily. Just look at the amount of dust on this thing. Is this a joke? It comes with one screw. It just comes with one screw. For that? So, despite me wanting to test it out, it's not strong enough. We're gonna have to wait until the P1x arrives. So much stuff, but there's no flipping instructions. But since there's no instructions that I can find with them, thank goodness for Barry Rowland.
We're going to be reviewing the Simlab P1 Black Edition Sim Racing Cockpit.
So I'll be following his step-by-step build. So in order to actually fit this beast in here, I've actually had to completely reorganize my office. The bed has now moved 3 feet over. The cabinet is now beside my bed, and there is all of this space purely for the cockpit. Right.
Hello, Moondog. Are you being a pickle? Are you having a big ol' sniff? You couldn't care less, could you?
It's nice to have a chair that doesn't rock backwards and forwards all the time, because before, this wasn't attached to anything, just the carpet, so it was like a rocking chair almost. Now though, I think it might need to come forward some more though. I keep losing my Allen key. I just want to make something absolutely clear. I started building the cockpit 1:30 in the afternoon. It's now almost 1:30 in the morning. So after a lot of trial and error, it's finally finished. It's beautiful. It's literally a a thing of beauty. Now, we kind of have to get to business because the reason why you clicked on this video is to find out what it's like just going from a little simple Logitech gear-driven rig to that. So for testing it out today, I'm gonna need a wheel, and that's exactly what I've got. I'm using the suede Porsche GT3 Cup rim. It's an absolute unit, this thing. One of the most satisfying wheels I've ever had the pleasure of holding. Right, let's pop it on. Now, you may be wondering why I've put the shifter on this side, basically blocking my entrance getting into the cockpit, and I haven't put it over on this side where the wall is. There's a very good reason for that. I'm British, we drive on the correct side of the road, so the shifter goes on the left. It feels weird sitting here in this thing compared to what I'm used to. Everything just feels solid about this rig. Nothing squeaks, nothing rumbles, nothing moves. It's solid as a rock. So I'm not going to waste anyone's time about like how I'm going to set mine up or anything like that, because there are thousands of videos on YouTube about how to like set one of these up, what settings to use, because then this video will be like half an hour long. I'm very, very excited. I'll do Zolder. I wonder what car. Well, we've got a Porsche rim, so we might as well use the Porsche. Yeah, Coyote Racing colours. Now, I was trying to get iRacing to boot up, but unfortunately, the game for some reason just wouldn't load. It was just stuck in a loading loop. Now, one thing I must not be tempted to do is do a 100% force feedback challenge straight away. Alright, here we go. Been waiting for this. Take it gently for now. Not even out the pit lane yet. Oh, the bumps! You can feel the bumps! Oh! I haven't even made it past the pit lane yet. Hold on. Oh, everything just feels so different. I can feel everything in the road. Every little bit of detail. Hold on, my seat is a bit far forward at the minute. Hold on. This is amazing. I have never felt anything like this before in my life, apart from a real car. I'm feeling things through the wheel that I didn't think was even possible from a simulated wheel. So one thing that I'm noticing straight away is just the amount of detail that you can just feel through the wheel. Everything. If there's a hint of understeer, you can feel it. If there's a hint of oversteer, you can feel it. That every single bump, dip, rise, just is translated so well through the wheel. This is incredible. And it's so smooth as well. Honestly, speechless. I've never felt anything like this before. Every person that I've talked to about a direct drive wheel says the same thing. The difference between the best belt drive wheel you can get and a direct drive wheel, even at low form, is night and day. Like when hearing that, I just thought, nah, there's no way it can be that big of a difference. And now I'm feeling it. They're not lying. And don't be fooled or think, oh, direct drive just makes you faster. No, it's not at all. You can be just as fast with a Logitech wheel than you are with someone with a direct drive wheel. The excuse for having it, there's a few reasons. One, this is my job, and two, it's for those who are absolutely car crazy, race crazy, and want the most immersion that they can get in a sim. As James May would say, that fizzing feeling, you get that with this. Let's try it on a different track and a different car. Misano's a fun circuit. I like Misano. Let's give the Boltley a go. Coyote Racing colours. Look at that. That is actually quite pretty. And you wouldn't believe it, but a friend of mine, Hemi, told me something interesting about the Bentley. You may not think it, but it's the most fuel-efficient car out of all of the GT3 cars in this game. Oh, it feels a bit snaky, but already I can just feel everything. I can feel everything on the road through the wheel. I should probably use the Bentley a bit more because I put my camera here on the left-hand side of the screen, and there's a little rear view camera right there. Another thing is that the detail in the fast corners, especially like the ones I'm going through right now, is incredible. And when you just get down into the nitty-gritty tight stuff like this,
the wheel just reacts instantly. Admittedly, I am just dawdling about right now, going quite slowly, but even so, it's just so detailed and beautiful. One thing I am gonna have to invest in is a monitor stand to bring the monitor close to me. The monitor's too far away from me right now. Not a big fan of that. So, in conclusion to this video with my experience with the Fanatec DD1, all I can say is, wow. The jump from going with a gear-driven rig to a direct drive wheel, it's not really a fair comparison, because direct drive is just in a completely different league. You know, it's kind of like comparing a bubble car to a Ferrari. It's just not a fair comparison. You just get so much more detail with a direct drive wheel, and it cannot really be explained, it just has to be felt firsthand. But in conclusion, would I recommend one? Probably not. The main reason is, and Jimmy Broadbent is also covered this in a video of his, is that the price is just incredibly high if you're the average casual racer that's just looking to relax on an evening. The wheelbase alone for me cost me €1,200. That's no wheel, no pedals, no frame, no shifter, nothing, just the base. That was €1,200. The wheel alone cost €650 and the frame cost $700. So it's an incredibly expensive hobby if you're gonna go for the high-end gear. If you do have the money to just splash about, or you're as fortunate as I am to be able to invest in one of these, and you just want the absolute pinnacle of immersion and feel with a game, yes, I would 100% recommend it. But if you're just a casual, or if you're just getting started, then you don't even need to spend anywhere near this amount of money. The Logitech G920 I used before is a perfectly good wheel, and damn good for its price. But anyway, I've went on long enough. Thank you all so much for watching this episode of Coyote Racing. Be sure to hit the like button on this video, that would help me a lot. Also subscribe and hit the notification bell, and I shall see you all in the future race. Have a good night, everybody.